Hey guys, how's it going? Spinosaurus the King here, and in this video, me and David Church are doing another Chaos Theory video, and in this video, we're going to be talking about our final predictions before we watch the show. So, go ahead, bro. Introduce yourself.
What's good, Brooklanders?
It's your girl. That never gets old.
Right. So,
For sure.
one final prediction I'm having now is that, speaking of Brooklyn, is that she's not actually dead.
True, true. I've heard about that before too. I really don't think she's dead because
Right? Because I think it's just a way to get things set up, and personally, I think Biosyn is holding her hostage, or maybe even Manticore.
yeah, that is true for sure. Plus, again, we don't actually see her die on screen. The camera turns off when she starts running, so there's no physical evidence that she died too, And a lot of people are predicting that she's still alive, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. And one of my main final predictions for the show is that I really don't think the Spinosaurus will be in season one. There's literally no evidence to point towards it. There's some small things, but that's nothing. We don't have proper evidence.
Agreed. I mean, I think if Spinosaurus were to be in season one, we'd probably know it by now. I mean, we're almost 1 week away from the release of Chaos Theory.
Exactly. And guys, let's just be honest here. Camp Cretaceous, aka Caster, whatever you want to call it, they're not known for keeping secrets. When the Spinosaurus was in season 4 and 5, it was not a secret. In fact, even the rematch wasn't a secret. They showed that in the trailers too. So therefore, based off all this, there's a very, very tiny chance to no chance it's going to appear in season 1. Now, season 2, I don't know. We have to see where the show goes after season 1. But season 1, I'm thinking it's basically impossible at this point.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I mean, we do know that Bumpy and Big Edie, who are last seen on Manticore Island, will be in season 1, but
That's for sure, yeah. But the Spino,
we don't.
yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know if that means the other Manticore dinosaurs will be too, like Pierce, the Spinosaurus,
Toro,
Rebel and Angel.
for sure. That is true because it's just that the Camp Cretaceous is just not known for keeping secrets. So I really think that if the Spinosaurus was going to appear in season 1, we would have seen it in at least the cards.
Right, exactly.
Now the Giga has a pretty big chance to appear. I'm pretty sure, at least for a cameo, because it was in the cards, and the show takes place around the time of Dominion. So I guess it makes more sense for the Giga to appear than the Spino in season 1.
Mm-hmm. Although I think at this point, the Giga is still probably in the Biosyn Sanctuary, just because, for the one hand, we don't know when Biosyn made it, so
Yeah, that's
there's always
true.
that. And I mean, we do know, based on what we know so far, that Chaos Theory takes place just before the events of Dominion.
Yep.
So
That's also true.
there's no way they could have bred the Giganotosaurus right then and there during the events of Chaos Theory.
For sure. But another final prediction of mine before actually watching the show is that I know we have some evidence towards the Majungasaurus. My final prediction is that if it's not going to be in season 1, the Majungasaurus, guarantee in season 2, because again, it has been featured a lot in the Chaos Theory marketing. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see Majungasaurus in one of the seasons for sure.
Yeah, and like we mentioned before, the Baryonyx trio, Chaos, Grim, and Limbo, they were not in season 1, but they still had toys of them that were released to coincide with season 1 of Camp Cretaceous, even though they made their debut in season 2.
Yeah, that's true as well. And the fact that but here's the thing though, with the Spinosaurus for Chaos Theory, not only do we not have any footage of it, we don't even have any toys of it. That's why I'm unsure if it's even going to be in season 2. Now the Giga, I think the Giga is going to be in one of the seasons, I'm pretty sure, at least for a cameo.
Yeah, I mean, if it's so close to Dominion, why not?
For sure. Yeah. That's true. I mean, a few weeks ago, I was kind of thinking that the Spinosaurus was going to appear, but now that I really think about it, it's just that the main the main thing I can't get out of my mind is that if it really was going to appear, we would have seen it, because as we know, when it comes to the Spinosaurus in Jurassic World, Camp Cretaceous, Chaos Theory, whatever you want to call it, they're not known for keeping secrets, as David, you know what I mean, right, bro?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
if
they really
they wanted to know something that was coming up, they'd put it in the trailer or put it in an interview with one of the producers or whatever. So
that is true, because even the Scorpius Rex, that I know it wasn't in the first trailer, but it did appear in the second trailer. That it literally was shown in the second trailer, I'm pretty sure, or third trailer, whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was featured in some of the promotional material for season 3. So, like, even though it was like quick close-ups and like some of its roars, but either way, they did show that Scorpius Rex was a thing.
Yep,
They weren't hiding it
that is
when it came
true
time. So,
for sure. But yeah, overall the show looks pretty cool so far. I don't have any complaints. It looks to be scarier than Camp Cretaceous, and it has some cool new dinosaurs. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the Spinax and the Suchomimus and Pachyrhinosaurus, especially the Suchomimus. We've been like the Suchomimus has been canon in the Jurassic franchise since 2015, so it took almost it took 9 years for it to appear.
yeah, all the time it showed up.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, they've been trying to put the Suchomimus in the franchise for a long time. Like, it was supposed to be in Jurassic World in the Cretaceous cruise scene, and then it was supposed to be in Fallen Kingdom in one of the scenes, I'm pretty sure. And then it was supposed to be in Jurassic World Dominion to fight the Carnotaurus. And then I even heard rumors that they tried to put it in Camp Cretaceous. So, like, the Suchomimus has been cut a lot.
Indeed. Glad it's finally showing up.
True. And the Baryonyx is confirmed as well because we saw them in the trailer. But like, if Spinosaurus did appear, that would be cool because then we have like all 3 Spinosaurus in one thing,
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Speaking of Baryonyx, the one that we saw in the trailer, do you think that could be Chaos?
That's my prediction. It looks like Chaos, so like maybe Chaos was also taken to the mainland from New Boy.
I certainly hope so, because that would pretty much mean that she's the only one of the Baryonyx trio to survive. Because, you
True.
know, Grim was killed by Mitch and Tiff, and Limbo was killed by Big Edie.
Yeah, that is true. So at least we have one of them still alive.
Exactly. And besides, Chaos does look the most like the movie versions of the Baryonyx, so
For sure.
I've got a feeling that she was one of the Baryonyxes that was saved in Fallen Kingdom, if that's the
For
case.
sure. Now, here's another small theory of mine. If, for whatever reason, like, I know it looks like Biosyn is hunting the kids because of, like, the Atoceraptors, and we know that, like, Sayano Santos worked for Biosyn, or did she? Because in one of the scenes in Dominion, I remember she was on the phone with Lewis Dodgson, and she seemed that, like, she wasn't, like, in a close relationship with him because she said, like, something, I think she said something like, I don't, like, I want the cash up front. I don't like what happened last time, which makes me tell maybe she works for like her own company or someone else, because like she didn't seem that close to Dachshund, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm sure she's like her own independent person. Like,
Or yeah.
she's only like doing stuff for money. Like, she doesn't have any like contracts or official affiliations with Biosyn.
Maybe she has her own company, and that's the plot. Is like Hester is trying to make us believe that Biosyn is the villain, but what if it's Sarah Sanders, and then like we find out more of a backstory for her and what her dinosaur company is called. I mean, that would be a cool twist if that was true.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not saying this will happen. I just think it's a possibility if she doesn't work for Biosyn. Maybe she was only doing a favor for Biosyn because she was getting paid big money or something.
Oh, that could be. And who knows? Maybe it might mean that she'll appear in Chaos Theory.
For sure. Yeah, like Lewis Dawson. I don't know if he's got. I mean, it would be cool to see him appear as well, but I'm pretty sure Solo Santos is gonna appear because she seems to be the one who made up that laser attack for the Atrociraptors. You know.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Speaking of Atrociraptors, there was a new 2-minute clip that was released on Netflix after school, showing like a quick scene with the Atrociraptors, and it was pretty cool. It's basically just showing what we saw in the trailers, but just a bit more extended, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. That was.
For sure. And then other new dinosaurs, I mean, like, I think basically all the dinosaurs we've seen for the show are going to be the ones that are going to appear. The only ones I can think of that might appear, if we're lucky, is Majungasaurus, Spinosaurus, and maybe, I don't know, I mean, it would be cool to see other new theropods or sauropods if we could, you know?
Mm-hmm. And hopefully maybe if the toys are right, we might get Ceratosaurus again.
For sure. Plus, Ceratosaurus is also one of the cards, too.
Yep. Also, recently we got a confirmation that we're getting this toy pack with Yaz, and apparently she comes with a Compy and a Monolophosaurus.
Oh, damn. So that would be cool to see them back, too.
Yeah, maybe it'll show that Monolophosaurus was indeed saved from Nublar.
True. But honestly, like, you know, here's the thing. Since we basically believe the Spino is not going to appear, imagine Spino appeared and like had a big role in fun. Like if that happened, I would be so shocked because that's something I don't expect because there and would definitely shock me because like there's literally no evidence to support that, you know?
Right.
Like in season 5, like I wasn't shocked at all with the rematch because like they hyped it up and they showed tons of footage confirming it, basically. You know.
True, true.
True. So like again, I think Spinosaurus appearing is very small, and Spino versus Giga is next to impossible.
Yeah, at least for season 1.
Yeah, like I know there's mixed feelings. Some people actually believe it's gonna happen, which I really don't understand. I disagree because you know, like as we know, Jurassic Park isn't known for keeping secrets, guys. Like for all the big fights, they've always spoiled them before the movies come out. Unfortunately, I don't like them doing that, but like the thing is, they're known for doing that, which means that you know I think the big bad battle of the film is going to be Allosaurus versus Big Edie because there was some evidence pointing towards that. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, in that trailer, we see Darius running from the Allosaurus carrying the electrical prod,
Yeah,
and then in the shot of Big Edie, you can actually see that electric prod flying low to the screen right by Big Edie. So,
that is true. So I guess that what Darius is trying to do is to use Big Edie to kill off the Allosaurus because obviously he trusts Big Edie more than the Allosaurus because he has a bond with Big Edie and he doesn't have a bond with the Allo, I guess.
true,
So it makes sense, you know.
right?
True, and it would
But
be cool.
also,
Sorry, go ahead, bro.
there was also apparently like some Walmart advertising that was showing like Rexy and the Allosaurus. So,
Oh yeah,
what if we get a team up with Big Edie and Rexy?
that would be cool to see Big E and Rexy in the same scene because like we know Rexy's confirmed, we know Big E's confirmed. I mean, I'm not sure if they're gonna meet in this the show, but it would be cool to see them meet. I mean, who knows? Maybe they even fight. I mean, I don't think they would fight because I mean, what would they really have against each other? But like, you never say never, I guess.
Right?
But if they do fight, obviously Big E's gonna win because she's in her prime and she's stronger than Rexy. But again, if they do have Big E win, they can't kill off Rexy. Otherwise, that would break the canon because Rexy was alive in Dominion. You know.
Absolutely.
So maybe at the most, it would just maybe Big Edie would just either knock out Rexy or scare her off. But like, I highly doubt those two are gonna fight though.
Yeah, probably not.
At the most, they might just like have a scene where they get acquainted with each other.
Could be.
That's about it.
But then the next question is, where's Little Edie in all this?
True. Like if Big Edie's back, I wonder if Little Edie's back because again, she would be full, just like Bumpy. Both of them would be fully grown by now
Right?
because it's been 6 years, right? So that's enough time for them to have gone bigger for sure.
Absolutely.
Who knows? Maybe Little Edie doesn't appear. I don't know. Maybe she's also was left back on the island. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I don't know. I mean, we, at this point, don't officially know what the story is about Bumpy and Big Edie being on the mainland, so we'll just have to see.
true. I mean, like if the Spinosaurus still is on Manticore Island, the only way I could see it maybe appearing is maybe there's like a scene where they're trying to capture and bring it to the mainland, or they when they're capturing Big Edie, they run into the Spinosaurus, something like that is maybe a possibility. How the Spino could have a cameo.
Could be.
Sure, but again, that's just a what if. I mean, even that, I don't know what happened, but I do think something like that is more likely than something like where they bring the Spino to the mainland has a big role in fights. Like I think the first option I just mentioned is a much more likelihood than the second option.
Right. I can see that happening too.
I mean, like I personally want the Spinosaurus to return again because like it would be cool to see him at full potential with no mind control, so we can see him at full power. But I still highly doubt it's going to happen.
Right.
Well, at least in season 1. Season 2, I have no idea. And Jurassic World 4, I also have no idea. But in season 1, I don't think it's going to happen.
Agreed. I mean, I think they first want to see how Chaos Theory is going to do, like as
True.
far as viewership and ratings and how people like it first.
For sure. I mean, the only thing that's confirmed about Chaos Theory, the show, it's going to have at least 2 seasons. 3 seasons is unknown, but it's going to have at least 2 seasons. And apparently, the second season is going to be released sometime in late August to early September,
Mm-hmm.
which,
That
which
is
means
true.
which means they probably have season 2 basically filmed as well because like they would need to have time to film that, right?
Indeed. I mean, considering how much time we had between seasons 1 and 2 of Camp Cretaceous, I mean, from like September to January, that's not all that much of a gap.
True. Well, they probably already had season 1 and 2 done, but like but they have gaps between it because like there's no way they could like do an entire thing within just a few months because like if you look at that animation, it looks hard to do and it would take them a lot of time to do all that, you know?
Indeed. And I think the animation's a step up from Camp Cretaceous, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, it looks better actually.
Yeah, I mean, sure, it's only been a few years, but, give DreamWorks some time to perfect it and make it look nicer.
That is true. But yes, so far the only battles that are I believe 100% confirmed is Allosaurus versus Pachyrhinosaurus, and then Allosaurus versus Big Edie. But other than that, I don't know if there's any other confirmed fights. Is there?
None that I'm aware of. Besides,
But if you
I
do,
would think that Allosaurus is pretty much season one's version of Toro,
true,
based on all this.
yeah, it makes sense. Although, if you look at the Allosaurus card, not only did it show an adult, we also there was actually also a juvenile in the card too. So maybe we could see another juvenile in the show too.
Wouldn't surprise me.
True, which would be cool because like we know there's multiple Allosauruses in the franchise. There's not just one, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, in Jurassic Dominion, we saw both a juvenile and an adult.
Just like how we saw both the juvenile and adult Carnotaurus.
True. Speaking of Carnotaurus, if Toro doesn't appear, I hope Demon appears in the show. That would be cool to see Demon in animation.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Again, It's just a huge bummer that Toro is not Demon. I know that's what Scott Creamer wanted at first, but I'm sorry it didn't work out.
Yeah, that sucks too. That would have been a great, like, the reason why I think that would have been cool is because it would have been a great connection to Dominion if that was the case, you know?
Exactly. I mean, the only hard official confirmed connection is the use of the brain implants in the Biosyn dinosaurs. Scott Creamer said that that was supposed to be the tie to Camp Cretaceous because of how Manticore had the brain chips.
Yeah, that is true, yeah.
Oh, actually, I take that back. There's also the fact that the Barbasol can is a thing because we see in Dominion that Dachshund had it, and then Camp Cretaceous shows how we got it.
Yeah, that's true as well, actually. I mean, like, there is a couple of connections to Camp Cretaceous and Dominion, but I wish there was more, to be honest. Hopefully, Chaos Theory can show us more.
Right?
For sure. And so other battles that are not confirmed that would be cool to see happen is, like, you know, like I'm not just gonna say battles that like 100% want. I'm gonna be realistic. I think something like a Suchomimus versus Allosaurus fight, or maybe Suchomimus versus Spinosaurus. I think that's a possibility.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe Carnotaurus versus Spinax if Carnotaurus is going to show up.
Yeah, if Toro or Demons in the show, it would be cool to see those two fight. Like you know, either one of those two Carnos to fight Spinax, or even Suchomimus versus Allosaurus. That'd be cool too.
Agreed.
For sure. And so something else I think that will probably be explained in the show as well is what these what the Camp Cretaceous cast has been up to for the last 6 years.
Well, you know, DreamWorks did release some short bios for the main characters on their Facebook and Instagram and stuff.
True.
It gave a little bit of what people have been doing. Like, it shows that Darius has been working for the Department of Prehistoric Wildlife, or at least helping them out.
That's cool. So yeah, I guess it gave us some information. Like, but it would be cool if they can show us maybe some flashbacks to it with it, like what they've been doing as well.
Yeah, and I mean the trailer for Chaos Theory showed the campers as their teenage selves, like just after they got home. So
True.
Maybe we'll get some idea. Oh, also it shows that also in those bios that DreamWorks released, shows that Ben is about to start college. So
yeah, that's true. So something else that we could like, I highly doubt Isla Sorna is going to be in Chaos Theory because there's absolutely no evidence towards that. But what if one of the people we see in Chaos Theory talks about Sorna and talks about what exactly happened to like dinosaurs on Sorna ever since Jurassic Park 3 that we have heard of? Like that would be cool.
Right, because I think a lot of people would be more inclined to like watch a movie or a TV show than take the time to go online to the tie-in websites, whether it's the Dinosaur Protection Group or Dino Tracker.
Yeah, I mean, like, we have some information about what happened to Sorna after Jurassic Park 3, but there's not that much. Just the fact that they took some dinosaurs off the island for Jurassic World, and we know that Manticore took some dinosaurs off the island as well. But like, other than
and
that,
Biosyn too.
Yeah. So like, at this point, like, it'd be cool to see. It would be cool to know, like, is there anything left on Sorna, or is Sorna just like no more dinosaurs at all? You know.
I want to say that there are no more dinosaurs, just because or at least not to the public's knowledge, because Fallen Kingdom does say that Nublar was officially the last known place with dinosaurs. But then again, Manticore Island had dinos, but
it's not.
That island was mostly off the grid.
True.
Hardly anyone knew about it.
That is true. I mean, maybe there is dinosaurs on Sorna, but the reason why they said that in Fallen Kingdom is because the public doesn't know about it. That's my prediction.
Mm-hmm. Because I know, like, apparently a lot of people complained about that in 2018 when Fallen Kingdom came out, that they apparently forgot about Sorna. So
Yeah,
but the Dinosaur Protection Group was mostly to explain like why there are like few, if any, dinosaurs on Sorna, because most of them were taken off the
for
island.
sure. It's also cool to see that like Stygimoloch and Brachiosaurus, Parasaurolophus, and Stegosaurus are back because like the recent little introduction video to like the camper showed that those dinosaurs are also coming back too, which is awesome.
Yep, I remember that.
For sure, bro. And like I
And
did see one picture of Bumpy reuniting with Ben, where they're like both roughly around the same distance of the camera. Bumpy appears to be a little bigger, actually.
yeah, I think so. I mean, considering that it's been 6 years since the end of Camp Rotation, or at least 6 years since when they got home to the mainland from Manticore Island, and then it'd be 4 years after the events of Fallen Kingdom,
True,
because
true.
it's after the events of Fallen Kingdom when the final scene of Camp Cretaceous takes place.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they even mention because Brooklyn mentions the Lockwood Manor.
Yep, for sure. So yeah, at this point, Bumpy is she's definitely fully grown by now, for sure.
Oh, for sure. As would Little
Yep.
Edie.
Yep. Oh yeah, she's fully grown too, for sure. But overall, I mean, the show looks really cool. I hope it's has more scarier scenes than Camp Cretaceous. I hope it's not going to be showing dinosaurs mind control this time because like we just saw that in season 4 and 5. I hope like to be honest, I hope there's no mind controlling at all in Gas there because like if there is, it's just going to feel like a repeat of season 4 and 5. Like you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Although I think the only reason why they may bring in the mind control chips is because, like I said, Biosin has that technology in Dominion, so maybe it'll officially show how they got it for Dominion. You know?
I guess for that part, they like it would be cool to see in Gas there. I just hope that they don't show them being mind controlled throughout the whole season. It's like a video game kind of thing the whole time.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because there's too much mind control in season 5.
Mm-hmm.
Season 4 was a little too much, but season 5 was like pretty much the whole season just mind controlling dinosaurs, you know?
Right, for sure.
But if they have like one scene just explaining how they use that in Biosyn, that would be a great connection to Dominion, and I think in that way they can make it work.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. But I don't think the Allosaurus versus Big E is going to be a mind control fight. It seems that they're both not mind controlled.
Yeah, I don't think there's mind control for those two at all.
Sure. Or the Allosaurus versus Pachyrhinosaurus. I don't think that's mind control. That's just the Allosaurus probably attacking it because it's hungry.
Probably.
Yeah. That's for sure. But I'm trying to think. Do you have any other major final predictions or theories that you can think of for the show, bro?
Well, I'm kind of hoping that with the Pachyrhinosaurus, that's the only one we see in the show, just because since Pachyrhinosaurus's name was shown on the Arcadia, and I think the show they only rescued one specimen. I hope that is the specimen that they saved off Nublar.
That's what I'm hoping too, because I mean that would be a great connection to Fallen Kingdom, you know?
Absolutely.
For sure.
Oh, and one last prediction / hope for the show, that we get an animated we get like some animated remakes of scenes from Battle at Big Rock.
Actually, that would be cool, or even some animated scenes of like if this film starts ends at the beginning of Dominion, maybe they can show a couple of scenes from Dominion. Like imagine that it gets to the part where they're either in the final fight with Rexy and the Giga, or the Malta dinosaur black market scene. That would be cool.
Oh yeah.
If it got that far, at the end. Because I know the beginning of the show takes place before Dominion, but maybe the last episode takes place during Dominion.
Could be. I mean, season 1 took place partly during the events of Jurassic World itself, and
True.
Part of season 3 took place during the opening of Fallen Kingdom.
Yep, that's true as well.
Yeah, I actually just finished watching season 3 of Camp Cretaceous today, and
nice.
When they and I just got to say, when they did the animated remake of the opening of Fallen Kingdom, that was just really a cool scene.
It really was, yeah. For sure. But obviously, some other hopes I have for the show is that I hope we can get some cool dinosaur fights in the show, because we haven't really seen any epic dinosaur fights since season 3 and 4, because season 5 was just mind controlling. Well, season 4 it was cool to see Kenjo versus Rex, and then season 3 we had that epic battle with Blue and Scorpius Rexes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Just some more non-mind control fights is what I like to see. Because when they're not mind control, we get to see them both, both of them at full potential fighting.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. And another hope I have for the show is that there's no plot armor.
Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see. Well, at least no plot armor with the Spinosaurus. But again, I don't even think the Spinosaurus will be in season 1, so that's not really a worry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about Spinosaurus in season 1.
True. It would be cool to see the Quetzalcoatlus animation. If they do that, that would be awesome.
Yeah, because we got Pteranodon and Dimorphodon in the last series, so
that's true.
Be cool if we got Quetzalcoatlus. Who knows? Maybe in the next season.
For sure. Also, someone pointed out to me that the Lost World Pteranodons might return in Caster, because here's the thing: on the Giganotosaurus card in the background, you can see a Pteranodon that has the same colors as the Lost World. So maybe that's a hint that the Lost World Pteranodons will make a cameo in the show.
Well, that would be wonderful, but I can't always trust those cards because
True.
Not everything that we see in artwork reflects the final show. For example,
Sure.
When we had the novelization of the first season of Camp Cretaceous released, they showed JP3 Pteranodons on the cover, but we know that that's not what appeared.
Oh yeah, you know what? Never mind. I guess that means they won't appear, because you are right. I actually forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me, because now that I think of it, they have the Jurassic 3 Pteranodons on that novelization, but they never appeared, so that doesn't confirm the Pteranodons from the Lost World appearing either.
And not to mention too, for the season 4 novelization, it also depicts the T-Rex versus Kentrosaurus fight, but on the cover, it clearly doesn't show Big Edie. It looks like Rexy, and the Kentrosaurus looks like the Jurassic World evolution model versus how Pierce actually looks.
Yeah, those are some other great points. Sometimes what you see in the novelizations or the books is not the final thing we see in the actual show.
Right, exactly.
Just like the size charts are not that we see on canon websites or DVD size charts are not always accurate to what we see in the actual movies and shows either.
Mm-hmm.
The best example of this is the Rex in JB3. It's a subadult size in the size chart, but it's a full-grown adult in the movie. While with the Spinosaurus and Camp Cretaceous, they have it kind of like a late subadult size in the size chart, but they have an adult size in the show.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Even the Mosasaurus, on the Mosasaurus on the size chart, they have it quite small, but in the show, it's huge, man.
Right.
Especially in Fallen Kingdom. Oh my! In Fallen Kingdom, it was oh my god, it was Godzilla size, man.
Indeed.
The fact that it was able to swallow somebody in just 1 second hold, that's intense.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And then you could also see how big it was too. When it jumped into the water, ate that guy who was hanging off the helicopter. It's huge, man. It's even way bigger than a full-grown Spinosaurus.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, the Mosasaurus is definitely the most powerful thing in the franchise. That's for sure.
No kidding.
Yep. Oh yeah, you know what I think might happen? Maybe it's possible in the Chaos Theory. I think there's a possibility we can see Yasmina having another nightmare scene, and maybe this is where the Spinosaurus could appear. We can see the Spinosaurus, the Indominus Rex, Toro, and all those dinosaurs on the mainland, running towards her. That would be a cool nightmare scene, actually.
Oh yeah, it would be cool to see if they all still have nightmares after all those years.
For sure. And at least that way, that's probably the closest we'll ever see with the Spinosaurus and Indominus Rex in the same scene.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously they wouldn't fight because it's just a nightmare scene, but it would just be cool to see them side by side.
Absolutely.
For sure. And I'm trying to think some other things that we could see. What would be cool? Imagine Bumpy had a baby in the show.
That would be cute.
That would be cute. And also really cool too. So at least that way, we can see two Bumpies. We got Bumpy, and then there's Bumpy Jr. That'd be cool, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then speaking of babies, since this is going to be just before Dominion, how likely do you think we'll be seeing Blue in the series?
I mean, since we don't have much hints, I do think it's possible we could see Blue for a cameo, maybe. And maybe Beta will appear too.
Yeah,
Yep.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not sure this is true enough, but I heard a rumor that, like, besides Bumpy, there's gonna be another Ankylosaurus in the show, and apparently it's gonna be the one from Jurassic Park 3. So
Ooh.
if that's true, that would confirm they're still alive. And not just that, what if Bumpy made it with the Jurassic Park 3 Ankylosaurus? Imagine like what like the baby would look like. That would be cool, actually.
Oh, yeah, that would be really cool.
Like it'd probably be like it would have like the reddish and bluish color, like reddish from the Jurassic Park 3 Ankylosaurus, and then the turquoise blue from Bumpy,
Oh yeah, I'd like that.
for sure. Yeah. And the story just seems like where it's called Darius is and the others are trying to like run away from the people that are trying to hunt them, and but at the same time they have to deal with dinosaurs on the mainland too.
Indeed.
Yeah. So there's definitely a lot of action going on in the show. It looks better than Camp Cretaceous though, to be honest.
Well, that's what I'm hoping too. I mean, I still love Camp Cretaceous. Don't get me wrong, but I bet Chaos Theory will be better. I mean, but we'll just have to wait and see till next week.
True, true. I mean, like my personal opinion on Camp Cretaceous, like I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. I think it's like depends on the season. I think some of the seasons were good, while others could have been better. If you know what I mean.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, my top two favorites is probably season 5 for proving my theory canon, and then season 3 for the story and like that new hybrid. Uh,
Hmm.
like for me, season 5 and 3 I think were the best.
Oh yeah, season 3 is definitely one of the best for the
For sure.
Camp Cretaceous seasons.
Yep, that's true. Especially how they showed how powerful the Scorpiosaurus. Like the fact that it was able to one shot, the Jurassic Park 3 Ceratosaurus. Like I don't know if it's the same one for Jurassic 3, but it's like one that's similar. And then we see a one shot of Brachiosaurus. Like damn, that thing's powerful for its size, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I hope the show is good. I mean, I saw one of Swerve's videos, and apparently it's actually gonna be released on May 17th on Roblox. So I'm gonna try to avoid being online too much to avoid spoilers because I don't have Roblox, so I won't be able to watch it that way. So I'm gonna try to avoid looking at social media so much so I don't get spoiled.
Agreed. I don't have Roblox either, and I want to wait like the rest
Yeah.
of the world has
I
to.
mean, like me personally, the only thing I wouldn't mind being spoiled of is the Spinosaurus. Because like at that point, I'm just curious. Like, is the Spino clear? If yes, what does it do? So like, if someone wants to spoil that for me, be my guest. But besides the Spinosaurus, don't spoil anything else. Don't spoil anything else for me, guys.
Right?
Just so that way, like, if the Spinosaurus gets ruined, which I pray to God doesn't, I won't have to waste my time like watching that. But
Agreed.
again, I don't think they're going to ruin the Spinosaurus. I highly doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think so. My only hope is that if the Spinosaurus does indeed come back, that they fix the roars.
I know, my God, I hope so. If it is in the show, I hope like but besides it not being ruined, I also hope that it has like the correct roars this time, not those new roars.
Right? I mean, the roars are one of the reasons why Colin Trevorrow doesn't think it's the same one from JP3.
True, true. Yeah, that's the only thing that doesn't incline it is. Besides that, I mean, like it definitely looks like how the Spino and JP3 would look when fully grown. It's just those roars.
Right? I mean, on a couple occasions, no more than a couple, they did show that the Spinosaurus did utter its original roars, but those were few and far between.
Sure. For sure. They should have used all the roars, not just a couple though.
Yep.
But again, if we're lucky, if the Spinosaurus comes back in Jurassic World 4 or Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 1 or 2, hopefully they can use the original roars.
I hope so. I really do.
True, true. But again, the Spinosaurus coming back in Jurassic World 4, that's really, it really depends on when it takes place. Because, bro, at this point, we have no idea if this is going to be a prequel, sequel, what timeline does this take place in?
Right, exactly.
Like, if this takes place after Jurassic World 3, then yes, we could see an adult Spinosaurus. But like, if this takes place like during the events of Jurassic World 3, or it's a prequel to Jurassic World 3, then we could just see like either a subadult, or we could see like maybe a baby Spinosaurus if it takes place in 1999.
Right.
Actually, that would be cool to see the Spinosaurus when he was like first-born baby. See what he looks
Oh
like.
yeah, I would be.
He probably had like he probably had like baby crocodile sounds or something like that when he was young.
That'd be cute.
For sure. I also wonder like, if Doctor Wu's going to be in the show. I feel like he will, to be honest, because he also had a pretty big role in Dominion, so I'm pretty sure that he'll probably be in Case 3 for at least a cameo.
Perhaps, but I would also hope that they could bring in more film characters like the aforementioned Doxson and Santos. Like if they were able to bring them in, that'd be cool. But also, since it's called Chaos Theory, if they were able to bring in Ian Malcolm, that'd be wonderful.
True. I mean, but if they do bring Ian Malcolm, I really hope that they have Jeff Goldblum voicing because, like, for some reason they don't have B.D. Wong voicing Doctor Wu in the show, which felt really off to me. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I agree.
True.
But who knows? Maybe since the animation looks better, maybe they have a slightly higher budget and they'd be able to hire more actors from the films.
For sure. Like imagine they got the actual voice for Doctor Wu, and then if they got Ian Malcolm and Alan Grant in the show, they had Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum play them. Like that would be awesome.
Oh, I'd love that
For
too.
sure. Because like one of my biggest complaints with Cambridge Edition is definitely the fact that they had someone else voice Doctor Wu. It's like, why is that even Doctor Wu? You know?
Right, but I'm sure it probably had to do with like the fact that he was either too expensive or unavailable.
Yeah, that's true. But again, since their budget is bigger, maybe it's possible they got him in this time. You never know.
Right. But again, here's the hoping.
True.
And not to mention that we only have less than 2 weeks. I mean, then again, we're getting it early for those who have Roblox, so.
True. But something else, I highly doubt this will happen in Chaos Theory. Maybe it'll happen in Jurassic 4. I hope we can get some more older characters back that we haven't seen for a while. For example, like Billy Brennan or the Kirbys or Sarah Harding or like Nick Van Owen. It would be awesome to get them back, whether it's Chaos Theory or Jurassic 4. I really hope so.
Same.
For sure. Especially Billy Brennan and Nick Van Owen, because like those two are in my top 5 favorites.
Absolutely.
Yep. And if they do bring them back in Chaos Theory, I hope to God they have the actual voice actors voice them, because it's gonna feel like it won't feel the same if it's someone else voicing them.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
But yeah, I just don't know at this moment if anyone else would be coming back. So it's just a thing of waiting and seeing what'll happen.
Yep, that's true. Bro, I guess these are pretty much all my predictions for the show. I predict there's going to be some great dinosaur fights. I think that, if Spinosaurus appears, it'll just be a cameo, but probably he won't appear. Giga seems to have a good chance to appear, but probably just for a small role, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Also, me and you both believe that, Brooklyn's most likely still alive, and there's a possibility that there could be a twist and Sayona Santos is not working for Biosyn.
Right.
But yeah, how about you, bro? Do you have any more things you'd like to add for theories?
I think that's it. I think that summarizes it pretty well.
Yeah, I guess that sums up for me too. But anyways, guys, what are all your thoughts on this? What do you guys hope happens in Jurassic World Chaos Theory? Do you think the Spinosaurus will appear? What dinosaur fights do you think will happen? And what other dinosaurs do you think will appear that we haven't seen in the trailers? Let us know in the comments down below. Before I end this video, I want to thank all my fans who are also my friends who continue watching my videos. You guys are the best. I appreciate all the support my fans are giving me. I love all my fans. If you are new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you're alerted for my next video on YouTube. Leave a like, post a friendly comment, and share my videos with everyone you know. I also hope you guys can consider joining my Patreon for amazing extra content and to support me. I have some amazing deals for extra content on my Patreon, so be sure to check it out. The link to my Patreon is in the description below. Each Patreon tier has a list of all the benefits you will receive if you join, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for extra content there as well. And until my next video, have a great day and take care, everyone.